improve during the bye week, just from the special teams unit overall?
Well, I mean, it's obvious. You know, we've got to improve basically in all phases. Our operation time on punt, our kick placement on kickoff, and then our coverage responsibilities in both. Now, our punt return unit has been competitive. Even after losing Janarian, we're still competitive in that phase. And our kickoff return's been up and down. But right now, our biggest issues, anytime the foot hits the ball, we're having issues. And let me make this perfectly clear now. I could give you reasons. I could give you a lot of scheme stuff. But those are all excuses. And in Chris Ash's program, there are no excuses. We will come back and, just like we did today, we worked coverage drills today, which are very similar drills that we did in training camp. There's not going to be an excuse. There's not going to be an acceptance of the performance. We're just going to keep grinding until we get it right.
What can you do at this point of the season? Can you change personnel? Can you look at scheme?
Oh, you do everything. I mean, you first of all, you identify the best 10 guys that are available to cover a kick, right? And that has a lot of variables in it. You know, certain guys that are, for instance, gunners or missiles are also playing other positions, and you know, they get 40 or 50 reps in. Are they as fast or as fresh as they need to be? And then scheme changes almost every week, yet the base fundamental stays the same. You know, we want to be a deep kickoff team, and that starts with putting the ball deep. It starts with covering your lanes. It starts where knowing where your help is, and those are things that we will constantly emphasize until we get it right.
You have a lot of guys that don't really play a lot on there. How tough is that, you know, some walk-ons and stuff like that, to get them, you know, going on special teams?
Well, I don't think it's tough. I mean, I would look at it as a player, that's a reward. I'm getting to step on the field and play. We will never, ever associate our performance with talent. That's not how this is built. This is built through hard work. This is built through repetition, through becoming fundamentally strong. So it's never going to be, hey, that guy's better than my guy. No, that won't fly here, because there's not that much difference. Okay, and anybody who wants to say it's a talent issue, we're not buying that. We will work harder. We'll create more practice opportunities where time allows, and we'll just keep grinding. That's all we know to do to make it better. Will we change some things schematically? Perhaps. You know, there might be some things we'll change a little bit, but right now it's a combination of errors. We got to put the ball where it belongs. We got to stay in our coverage lanes, and then we got to make tackles. Now, it's not like we didn't have guys there to make plays. There were some missed tackles on big returns, and you can't miss tackles. Not in the Big Ten Conference. You miss a tackle in the Big Ten Conference, you're going to give up points.
Vince, obviously David had an up and down game on Saturday, with obviously the missed PAT, then the kick where you guys didn't want it, then makes what could have been a game winner. But as far as the sequence, the missed PAT, did that maybe lead to him, you know, not hitting the kickoff the way?
I don't think so. I think you know, he missed it, and yeah, he was flustered. But we talked on the sideline, and you know, it's like anything else in athletics. Once that play's over, that play's got to be over. Now, deep down inside, did it bother him? You'd have to ask him. You know, my first inclination was, as soon as that happened, I said, okay, listen, that one's over with. There's still a lot of football to play. We'll find a way to get back and win this thing, and it may be on your foot. And sure enough, at the end, it was off his foot, and you know, he made a 40-yarder, which for him is a good distance. So, did it affect the next kick? Possibly, but I don't think so. I don't want to. Again, we're talking about excuses, and when we talk amongst ourselves as a team, there's no excuses, guys. We got to identify what's wrong and get it fixed.
Where do you see his progress at this point?
It's been inconsistent. You guys have seen the same thing I've seen. You know, we've had kicks that were exactly where they needed to be with the proper hang time, and we've had others that, quite honestly, they're a little bit mystifying. So we've got to improve the consistency. And we have drills, we have structured drill work that should improve his consistency. He's just got to stick with it.
Mike Cintron has punted a lot the past couple of games. How's he progressing now that threat?
Well, our punt team has been good in the fact that the ball's been protected. He hasn't had any real heavy rushes, but we need to punt the ball further down the field. You know, we'll punt a 50-yarder, and then we'll come back and punt a 36-yarder. So again, our consistency is what has to improve.